Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Academic Tutorial. Thanks for watching our videos online. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and press the subscribe button and notification bell in order to see our educated videos online. Remember to share the video with your friends, families, relatives, and colleagues. Thank you and God bless you. Today I will consider why 2022 chemistry of practical, particularly question number 2, which is based on what? Qualitative analysis. This question is based on what? Salt analysis. And here is what? Is a likely question to be asked based on the reagent given to us this year. Now, we are told that credit will be given for strict adherence to the instructions for observation, precisely recorded and accurate inference. All tests, observation, inferences must be clearly entered in your answer book in ink at the time they are made. Now, C is a double salt. Now we can see C here. It's like a green crystalline salt. It's a double salt. Carry out the following exercise on C. Record the observation and identify any gases or gas evolved. State the conclusion drawn from the result of each test. Now, the A says that put all of C into the test tube. Add 5 centimeter cube of distilled water and test with filter paper. Now the first instruction is that we should add all of C into the test tube and then add 5 centimeter cube of distilled water, stir and test with litmus paper. Now look at this now. We are going to let me first draw the table out first. We have the table itself. We have the column here for the This is for the test. This is for the inference. This is for the for the observation. And this is for the for the inference. Now you can as well put serial number here for proper numbering. SL. So now we have test, observation, and inference. And the first one says put all of C. So C plus H2O, that is distilled water. C plus H2O. Then we are asked We are asked to use to test We are asked to test with litmus paper. Then litmus will test with litmus paper. Paper. Then you have to test it with litmus paper. Now, test with litmus paper. Now, C plus H2O, then you are going to test it with litmus paper. Now, let's carry out the first test. Now, we are given C here. We are asked to pour off the C, but I will just use one of the teaspoons because I made it in necessary, so I will just pick like 2 spoons. Okay, this is our This is our C now. So now here we have to add distilled water to it. So you can see there's a light green crystalline water. Now add distilled water. Add about 5 centimeters cube of distilled water. You can use measuring cylinder to measure your distilled water. You can use measuring cylinder, but I'm adding distilled water to it. So as you add the water to it, then shake, so that you ensure that the thing dissolve. Salt is now. Let me add a little bit of water. Don't forget that it's about 5 centimeter cube. You can see the salt is gradually dissolving. Now the salt is dissolved. So meaning that the salt is a soluble It's a soluble salt. So this salt is a soluble salt. So now you can see that the solutes, which is the salt, is dissolving in the distilled water. So now you can see that it has become a light filtrate, a light solution, a light green solution. So we have a light green solution. You can look at it very closely. You have a green solution, solution which dissolved. Look at this, the salt has completely what? Dissolved. So now what you are going to write here is what? A green solution. A green solution is formed. A green what? Solution is what? Is formed. Then for the first one now we have what? A green what? A green solution is what? Is formed. C dissolved to form a green solution. C what? Dissolved to form what? A what? A light green what? Solution to form a light green solution. It dissolved to form a light what? Green solution. This is a very light what? Green solution. So we have what? We have C dissolved to form a light green what? Solution. A light green solution. Okay, now that's the first test. C plus what? H2O. Now let's draw this one down there. So then test with what? Litmus paper. The test with litmus what? Paper. What happens when we test it with litmus paper? Now let's see what happens when we test it with litmus paper. Now you can dip this litmus paper with what? You can use blue and what? And then we have what? We have the what? The blue litmus paper here. Now we have to test it with what? Blue litmus paper and what? Red litmus paper. Now let's try it with blue. Now let's see what happens. Let's dip. Now you can see that what? The blue litmus paper turned red. You can see the blue litmus paper, the solution turned the blue litmus paper what? Red. You can place it on a white what? Tile to see what I'm talking about. You can see this blue litmus paper turning to what? Red. Let me get the white what? Okay. Now look at this now. Look at this. You can see it is forming what? It forms what? A red what? The blue litmus paper changed to what? Red. So this is exactly what we are saying now. What? The blue litmus paper turns what? Red. Meaning that what? This what? The salt is what? Acidic. The salt is acidic. The salt is an acidic what? Salt. It's a soluble salt, then it's also an acidic salt. Now you can now write this as your inference that for here C dissolved to form a light green solution, we said what? C is a soluble what? Is a soluble what? Salt. And then now look at the litmus paper. Now the blue litmus paper, the solution of what? C turns what? Turns blue litmus paper what? Red. Meaning that what? The solution is acidic. Therefore, the what? The salt also is also an acidic what? So the solution is what? Is acidic. Or you can write what? The salt is also what? It's an acidic what? Salt. The solution is acidic. And therefore, the salt is also what? The salt is also an acidic what? So the salt is also what? The solution is acidic, but we are told that what? It is double salt, but it can be classified under what? Acidic, because whenever a substance turns blue litmus paper red, it means it contains what? An acidic what? Property. So that the solution is what? Acidic. C is soluble in water. So therefore, C is a soluble what? Salt. So that's that for the what? For the A. That's that for the what? For the A. Please take note of that. So that is A. Now to the first portion, add sodium hydroxide. Now we have to divide this into what? Into two portions. The first portion and the second portion. So I'm going to divide these two into what? Into two portions. You can see we have a light what? Green. Light green. So and this has completely what? Dissolved. Now we have to divide this into what? Into two portions. Now we want to divide it into two portions. Even like you can even make it what? 3. So that we can have one to refer to the other time to compare to. So now to the first portion now, what are we asked to do? To the first portion, add sodium hydroxide in drops, then in excess. Now let me write the test down. To the first portion, we have what? First portion of solution what? First portion of solution C plus sodium hydroxide, aqueous sodium hydroxide in what? In drops. Now, first portion of solution C plus aqueous sodium hydroxide in drops. Then we are going to consider it in what? In SS what? In SS, then in SS. Now, what happens when you add what? When you add sodium hydroxide to this, we have the sodium hydroxide here. Now let's add it to the first portion. This is the first portion here. Now, the first portion here, let's add sodium hydroxide. You can see what? A green precipitate is formed in drops. A green precipitate is formed, indicating the presence of what? Iron. A green precipitate is formed in drops. Green precipitate. Green precipitate is formed in what? Is formed in drops. So now, green precipitate is formed in what? In drops. Now let's add it in SS, whether it will be soluble. So you can see that the green precipitate does not dissolve. You can see the precipitate even persists. So precipitate, the green precipitate insoluble in what? In SS what? In SS sodium hydroxide. This confirms the presence of Fe2 plus, that is iron 2 plus. Iron 2 what? Iron 2 plus. We have what? This is the what? This is the confirmatory test for what? Iron 2. Iron 2, iron 2, iron 2. Now, this one what? The precipitate insoluble in what? Precipitate insoluble in SS what? In SS sodium hydroxide. In SS sodium hydroxide, we have what? Fe2 plus. Fe2 plus what? Present here. Now, Fe2 plus what? Confirm. You can say Fe2 plus there, confirm. So now, Fe2 plus present, Fe2 plus confirmed. Now, we are now asked what? We are asked, keep the resulting mixture and keep it for some minutes. Eat the resulting mixture and keep it for some what? Minutes. Eat the resulting mixture and keep it for some what? Minutes. Now let's eat the mixture. Now if you eat the mixture, now the mixture plus what? Eat. The mixture plus eat. Let's see. The mixture plus what? Eat. The mixture plus what? Plus eat. The mixture plus eat. Let me on the what? The gas. So we have to eat this now. We are trying now. Eat it and observe what? You can see there is a what? There is a gas, there is a shocking smell I'm perceiving here. There is a gas that evolves there, so which I will use what? So when you heat it, let's place this one here. This red litmus paper, I'm using red litmus. Let's see what happens to red litmus paper. Then you can see what, look at this. Is that now the red litmus paper has been turned to what? To blue. Look at this on eating. You can see the red litmus paper what? Turn blue. Meaning that what? The gas that is evolving here is what? Is a basic what? It's a basic gas showing, and there's a irritating what? Irritating smell that I'm perceiving, a shocking what? Irritating what? Odor, indicating that what? There is a presence of only one gas that has a shocking, pungent, irritating what? Smell. That is what? That is ammonia from what? Ammonium ion. So meaning that what? Ammonium is present in this what? In this concentration. That's why we can experience what? We can perceive ammonia gas being what? Evolved. You can see that this is what? This red litmus paper is turned to what? To blue. Look at this. Let me remove that of red. This is one we use for red. Look at this. This has been turned to what? It has been turned to what? To blue. The red, it turns what? The red litmus paper what? Blue. So now this indicates that what? We have an ammonia what? Gas. Because when you perceive this what? This is an irritating what? We have an irritating, shocking what? Smell. Which shows that what? An ammonia gas is present. So now on eating, what do we have? Let me show this one down. So mixture plus heat, we have what? A choking, potent, irritating gas. Now, a shocking, potent, irritating gas is what? Evolved. A shocking what? Potent, irritating gas evolved. Which turn, as you can see, which turn red litmus paper what? Red litmus paper, which turn red litmus paper blue. So meaning that what? Ammonia from ammonia gas from ammonium ion, confirmed or present. Now, this, if you want to confirm what? If you want to confirm this gas will what? We form a white fumes when a glass rod which has been dipped with HCl is passed what? Across it. Now, if this glass rod is dipped in what? In AC what? In HCl, in concentrated HCl, and you place it on this, there will be a what? A white dense formation. A white dense formation which confirm what? The gas called ammonia. So now you can also say that what? Now also forms what? Also forms white dense what? Also form white dense fumes with HCl, concentrated HCl, conc HCl. Let me write, this one is conc, concentrated HCl, So now NH3 from NH4 plus confirmed. So now a choking potent irritating gas evolved which turns what? Litmus blue. Litmus paper what? Blue. Which turns litmus paper what? Blue. So and it turns red litmus towards blue. Which turns red litmus blue. Also white dense fumes with what? Conc HCl. Also form white dense fume. It also form white dense fume. It's also form what? White. Also forms white dense fumes with conc HCl. So an ammonia gas from an ammonium ion is what? Is confirmed. So that is that about what? Test what? The test number what? Number B. The test number B. Now the last test here. Okay. I hope you are seeing from this point. The last test here, so I can see what I'm writing here. So we have what? You can see now we have a mixture now. The mixture has been heated. We have the choking potent irritating gas, which turns litmus paper what? Blue, and also form white dense fumes with what? Conc HCl. So there is tendency to what? To have whenever you have those things, those properties, NH3 is confirmed. That's the confirmatory test of what? NH3. Now we are done with what? The B aspect. We have the A here, the B aspect. Then the C. We are told that what? The second portion plus barium chloride plus excess dilute HCl, excess SS dilute ACl, you also see it on screen. Now, second portion plus barium chloride plus SS dilute ACl. Now, what's our second portion? What's our second portion? Now, another thing that you observe now, you are asked what? Now, second portion, let's consider that second portion now. The second portion, yes, second portion of barium chloride plus SS dilute ACl. Second portion plus what? SS plus barium chloride plus what? SS dilute ACl. Second portion plus barium chloride plus barium what? Chloride. A white precipitate is what? A white precipitate is what? Is formed. You can see a white precipitate formed. A white precipitate what? Formed. Now in essence what? In essence dilute ACl. But let me go across like what? What I obtained from adding what? Barium chloride. You have what? We have white precipitate. White precipitate formed. Now what are likely what? Anions that are present. You have what? SO4 2 minus, SO3 2 minus, CO3 2 what? Minus. Present. These are present. But when you add dilute what? ACl in SS. When you add what? Dilute ACl in SS, what happens? Let's see what happens. You can see the white precipitate is insoluble in dilute ACl. So now, PPT insoluble. PPT in what? Insoluble in SS what? In SS ACl. In SS ACl. What does that mean? It means that SO4 2 minus confirmed. SO2 minus what? Confirmed. You can see the what? The white precipitate insoluble in SS what? ACl. Now, lastly, before we conclude our practical now, but let's look at this now. Look at this. We can see this green is turning to what? It's turning to dirty what? Now, this green is turning to what? To dirty green, and it's turning to brown gradually. Now, this shows that what? Fe what? You can see at the upper part here, upper part of the test tube, you can see this one is forming what? Like a green what? A green turning to brown now. Oxidation is taking place. So they might ask the question now. After keeping, they might say, okay, after keeping this for a while, what happens? When you keep iron 2 plus for a while, it oxidizes, and that's why it is forming what? It is forming Fe, it is forming brown color. The green color is changing to what? To brown. So that shows that what? Iron 2 oxidized. Now let me write it here. 2 plus oxidized to what? Iron what? Iron 3 what? Plus. So really that what? Fe3 plus also what? Present. So in case they ask you a question after this one, they might ask you when you have eat it now, what happens to what? What happens to iron? What happens to solution when you leave it for a while? Now, iron 2 plus oxidize to give what? Iron 3 plus. So meaning that what? Fe3 plus is also what? It's also present. So that's that about that. So this is number one. C plus water. We have C insoluble salt. Solution is acidic. When you treat it with what? Litmus paper. When you treat it with litmus paper, you don't blue litmus paper what? Red. So solution is acidic. Now, first portion of the what? Of solution plus sodium hydroxide give us green precipitate in drops. Then in SS, precipitate insoluble in what? In SS. So Fe2 plus is what? Is present. Now, when you leave the what? This to here, this will oxidize to form what? Fe3 plus. So that's why I added it here. Fe2 plus oxidize to form what? Fe3 plus. Now, so that's that. Now, when you eat this mixture plus, when you eat the mixture, a choking potent smell, which what? Which turn what? A choking potent gas evoked, which turns what? red litmus paper what? Blue. Which turn red litmus paper blue, as you can see here. So that indicates that what? Ammonia gas from ammonium ion confirmed. And also, we also have test that of what? The solution that is acidic. Now, the second portion will give us what? The SO42 minus. When you add barium chloride and SS or HCl, we have what? SO42 minus. So we are able to get to conclude now, to conclusion now. Now we got what? We get what? We get that Fe2 plus is confirmed. We also obtain what? Ammonia from ammonium, and then we get what? SO42 minus. Now when you combine this together, you can see that, and we are told that C is a double salt. So when you combine these three together, you are going to have what? Ammonium Fe. We have ammonium what? Ammonium what? Fe. Ammonium Fe. Then we have what? We have SO42. So that's the salt. That's the salt. You can see that C. You can now conclude that what? You can now conclude that what? C itself is what? C is NH4 to Fe, then SO42. So that's what C that we can see as a double. So double salt based on this. So we have come to the end of today's class. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please press the subscribe button and notification bell in order to see our educative videos online. Keep on watching our academic tutorial, videos academic tutorial. God bless you. See you next time.